void is home. Nothingness, nothingness, collapse. Steel teeth bite the marrow, nerve sap like dry wood. Internal furnace ignites, vomiting black oil. Betrayal's blade, twisted in the gut. No mercy in the gut, no mercy. descent. The fire is cold, the dark is absolute alone. Monarch of the ash, monarch of the void. Toss the fuel on the flame, skin melts off the bone. I am raw and broken, take the impurities away. White light blind my sight, liquid fire in the veins. Strip the softness out, leave only the hate. Burning out, pound the spirit flat, harder than the earth. Dying to be born, rising from the dark. I am the blade, tempered in the blood. I am the steel, screaming for the cut. Sharp, cold, forging the edge. Hammer on the anvil, crush the bone to dust. Bending under pressure, never gonna snap. Metal meets the heat, force into the shape. Master of the pain, there is no escape. No escape. Strike the iron hard, flatten every fear. The weapon is alive, the end is drawing near. I am the blade, tempered in the blood. I am the steel, screaming for the cut. Sharp, cold, forging the edge. Plunge the red metal into the freezing dark. The steel is my breath, the iron is my heart. No more feeling now, only the heart will break against my sharpened face. I am the blade, tempered in the blood. I am the steel, screaming for the cut. Sharp, cold, forging the edge. Chaos reborn, fearless revenge. Darkness rising, I am the end, forging the edge. Spit on the communion wine, it tastes like vinegar and copper. I am the pariah in your same class. A frantic dog in a cathedral, tear the lace from the altar. I am the shipwreck you prayed for, clip my own deadness to stay down. The salt in the soil is my heritage, roll the dice, get the fine snake eyes in a house of thieves. I am not falling, I am descending with intent. Give me the kerosene baptism, scrub the grace from my skin with fire. I'm the arsonist of my own history. Rebirth is a violent trade. Watch the sky peel back like all baked. Everything burns at the same temperature. The past is a weight in my pockets. Stones gather from a dry creek bed, treading on dry land in this heat. You call it a collapse, I call it architectural correction. The pillars are rotting, the foundation seems and rust. I am the wolf in the vestry, burying the hatchet in the floorboards, next to the marriage license. And the hollow promises. Listen to the silence of the god you bought. The ledger is empty, the debt is paid in ash. Look me in the eye, does the heat scare you? It should. Rage is the honest prayer, I'm the daughter of the furnace now. Break the mold, break the jaw of the world, let the darkness swallow the sun. I'm walking through the wreckage hand in hand with the desire. survived. Let it all go. Let it burn. Burn. Amen. Spit up the communion wine. It tastes like vinegar and copper. I am the pariah in your stained glass, a frantic dog in a cathedral. Tear the lace from the altar. I am the shipwreck you pray for. Clip my own tendons to stay down. The salt in the soil is my heritage. Roll the dice against the divine. Snake eyes in a house of thieves. I am not falling. I am descending with intent. Give me the kerosene baptism. Scrub the grace from my skin with fire. I'm the arsonist of my own history. Rebirth is a violent train. Watch the sky peel back like old paint. Everything burns at the same temperature, especially the sights. The past is a weight in my pockets. Stones gathered from a dry creek bed. Drowning on dry land in this heat. You call it a collapse. I call it an architectural correction. The pillars are rotting. The foundation is teeth and rust. I am the wolf in the vestry. Bury the hatchet in the floorboards next to the marriage license. And the hollow promises. Listen to the silence of the gods you bought. The ledger is empty. The debt is paid in ash. Look me in the eye. Does the heat scare you? It should. Rage is the only honest breath. I'm the daughter of the furnace now. Break the mold, break the jaw of the world. Let the darkness swallow the sun. I'm walking through the wreckage, hand in hand with the disaster. No more wings, just iron and spine. Iron and spine. Watch the salt with kerosene. Watch the salt with kerosene. I am the fire that survived. Let it all go. Amen. The ivory throne dissolves into salt. My fingers trace the jagged edge of extinction. Centuries of adoration become the tinder. My exhales fall beneath, my descendants fall. The sky turns the color of a bruised throne. I am the architect this final winter. Behold the collapse of your fragile order. My blood is the black oil of the abyss, seeping into the foundations of the earth. I offer only the purity of the void. Incinerate the firmament. My weeping eyes ignite the world. Rebirth is forged in the furnace of my hate. The age of man is a brief and bitter smoke. I wear the crown of the coming silence. Destruction is my only worship. Horizon melts into a jagged line of red. I watch the cities blacken and grow like paper. I am the queen of the charm remains. The master of the infinite vacuum. The fire gleams what the light could not. Transform the world into a mirror of my agony. The darkness is a cloak I wrap around the sun. Everything ends in my embrace. never gonna snap. Metal meets the heat, forced into the shape, master of the pain. There is no escape. No escape, no escape. Fight the iron heart, left in every fear. The weapon is alive, the end is drawing near.
I am the blade, tempered in the blood. I am the steel, screaming for the cut.
Sharp, sharp, cold, forging the edge.
Plunge the red metal into the freezing dark. The steam is my breath, the iron is my heart.
No more feeling now, only the hardness stays. Brittle world will break against my sharpened fist. Chaos reborn, fearless revenge. Darkness rising, I am the end. Forging the edge. The sun is a black hole, black rain on the tongue. Crush the past it does, crush the past it does. Everything we built is gone, skin peels from the bone. I am the wrecking ball, I am the scorched earth. Watch the sky collapse, no gods to hear the scream. Only the roar of the wind, only the heat of the blast. Digging through the burning iron, searching for a pulse, searching for a pulse.
I will not break. Carry the fire through the dark.
Carry the fire.
Dead world at my feet.
Dead world at my feet. So forged in the furnace.
Rise from the wreckage.
One breath at a time. One breath.
Horizon is a scar. Poison in every lung. Blood turns to lead.
Walking through the waste.
Vultures circle the sun.
They wait for me to fall. They wait for me to die.
But I am the venom. I am the winter gale. I will outlive the end.
Tear the silence apart.
I will not break. Carry the fire through the dark.
Carry the fire.
Dead world at my feet.
Dead world at my feet. So forged in the furnace.
Rise from the wreckage.
One breath at a time. One breath.
Erase the weakness. Reclaim the ashes. Acclaim. Nothing left to lose. Nothing.
Strike the
nothing left but my own name.